Now as you are seeing here, this particular button is blue in color and that one is basically orange in color, and similarly this one that you are seeing corresponding to the deploy, the transact button, is also orange in color. So what does this color signify? So it means like the orange color button basically does the transaction on chain, so it changes the state, and the blue color button is the one which is basically just the read only, and it just reads the state of the blockchain. So let me explain it a bit further. So as you are seeing here, when we click on this message, like it won't do any transaction, it will just call this message variable and outputs the value stored in the message string. But when we call this update message function, which is supposed to update this value, you can see, let me just pass a random message again. So I've just written hello Chainlink and then clicking on transact. So you can see it's showing this green check mark over here and basically does a transaction, generates a transaction hash and everything, because it changes the state as it's modifying this state variable message. So and it's like it also consumes gas, so you can see like it's basically doing a transaction when we click on the orange button. And that's why we see like the transact, like we see the title as transact corresponding to it. But in case of reading from the state and showing the value of the state variable, and also you will see something like pure and view functions that you can also read from here, like the type of functions from the solidity by example tutorial. So here you can see like there are various types of functions. There can be various types of function in a contract, as you are seeing over here. This one is pure, and there you are seeing, and here you can see when you click on view and pure functions, then you can see view, and this one is pure. So basically like the view function reads from the state, so it's basically reading the state variable and like adding one more variable, like one more parameter to it, and making it x plus y, and then returning the same to the function. So that's why basically it's reading the state and then adding a parameter value to it, and then returning it. So that's why it's a view function, because it's reading from the state. And like as you are seeing in the comment also, promise not to modify the state, like it only reads the state. That's why it's a view function, it doesn't modify it. So if it modifies it, then it's neither view nor pure. It's doing a transaction basically, because when it modifies the state, it does a transaction on the blockchain to modify that particular state variable, but it's not modifying it. That's why it's a view function. And if it doesn't even read it, if it doesn't even read from the state, then it's a pure function. It just use the either the arguments which are passed in the function, or just pass some hard-coded values, or if it just returns or uses some hard-coded values in the function, then it's just a pure function. So we will see view and pure functions in depth over here, like in this contract, when I will add some examples of view and pure functions, simple view and pure functions in this.